everyone, what's up? This is Chaz, and welcome back to another Minecraft mod review. So the mod for today is the Dust mod, but before I get to the mod for today, as you guys may know, it is Sunday, and what that means is you guys get the seed I've been using for the last week. So the seed is right here as follows, Chaz mods, and the codes are right here as well. You guys can pause the video if need be. So for those of you guys who don't remember, what the seed is pretty much about is this glitched out NPC village along with the farms that go all the way to the bottom of this ravine. And this ravine continues on into some cave systems here. You guys can go check that out if you want. But yeah, like I said, the mod for today is the Dust mod. Now, a lot of you guys left some comments about how there's some really cool animations and particle effects with this mod, so I thought I would look at it, and it turned out to be a very, very cool mod. So let me just go ahead and give you guys a little demonstration here to what this mod is kind of about. You place down these runes, which I'll be showing you guys how to craft in a sec, and then you can make these cool little, I kind of want to say you can summon them, which you can, but you get these really cool features. So I'm going to go ahead and summon it. You get this cool little animation, and we get a torch. So that's probably one of the most basic ones there is with this mod. But let me go ahead and show you guys here the crafting recipes to make all the 4 runic dusts. So our first one is the plant runic dust, which you guys can make by using coal and some seeds. That will give you 4 of them. And then we can move on to our lapis, I think they're called, if I remember correctly. Yeah, lapis runic dusts. Then we have our gunpowder runic dusts, which you guys need 2 plant runic dust and a gunpowder in order to get the gunpowder. And then we have the blaze, which you can put the blaze right here. And then our lapis runic dusts and some glowstone dust, which goes on the bottom. That will give you 4 or 8, should I say, as I'm reading it right now, blaze runic dust. So you guys can use all of these different runic dusts to create different little obelisks on the ground. You place them down and they're kind of like little pixels, so it's very hard to create these little obelisks, but it actually becomes much easier when you guys get your I think it's called a lexicon, and I'll have the crafting recipe on screen right now, which is pretty much the book placed on this little wooden plank right here, which shows you guys all of the different recipes for all of the different obelisks, and you can tell there's just so many of them as I'm flipping through the book right here. I'm not going to be covering all of them, probably just 4 of them, which I thought were really cool. But yeah, as you guys can probably tell here, you have these items on the side and then the items right here. The items on the side are the sacrifices, and however many it tells you right here is how many you need to place on top of the obelisk when you place it down. Now what's cool is when you take a piece of paper right here and right click it, it actually makes a scroll, and you guys can place it down and then put whatever it tells you to sacrifice, the entities, on top of this obelisk, and then you activate it and it will work. But that's not the one I'm going to be using, that's just a little example. And actually, let me show you guys how to make the runic tome. All you have to do is take one of these dusts and place them on top of a book, and that will give you your runic tome. Just thought I would mention that to you guys. But let me go ahead and show you guys what I've picked out for us today, what we're going to go ahead and try out. Let me go ahead and place all of that back, and we're going to pull out all of these 4 right here. So the first one we're going to be doing is the loyalty sprite. Now what this one pretty much does is takes any mob that gets near it and makes it into like a wolf that will follow you around and fight for you. So what I'm going to do here is pull out a villager, because we're going to make him wolf-like, I guess you could say. So I think there is there's one sacrifice, which is a gas tier, so you guys just have to get a gas tier, slap it on top of this obelisk, and then just activate it with your I think it's called a runic tome. Activates, and then we put down our villager and we push it over, and the little shiny entity will bind to the villager, and the villager will follow us around and fight like a wolf. So if I was to walk over here, the villager should be following us. There we go. And yeah, he just teleports right to you, and you can always break kind of the bond with you and your little mob that you've kind of bonded to each other by just breaking the rune, and then the villager will just be off on his own, you know, whatever he wants to do. So that's a very cool one. Let's go ahead and just throw that one away. We have next our buffer rune. This is probably one of my favorites, as we get a very, very cool particle effect here. And as you guys can tell, we have a purple rune in the middle. And what that pretty much means is you guys have to place down a different runic dust, which you guys can choose on your own. It doesn't matter which one. Just right click it and it will change to that specific one you have specified. And then we have no sacrifices for this one, so we can just go ahead and activate it. And what this does is makes a barrier around wherever you selected where aggressive mobs cannot get in. So let's go ahead and try this out here. We're going to go ahead and pull out a creeper, and we're going to attack him and see if he can get into our barrier. So let's see if the creeper will come in, and the barrier should block him. So there we go. If you guys wanted to put this around your house, it'd be a very nice addition. I think this lasts for 3 or 2 Minecraft days. You guys may want to check the forums on that one, but it's just very cool. If you're getting chased by some mobs, you can always run into your protection barrier, and the mobs will not be able to get in. So that's just very, very cool. I love the particles here. So yeah, that is the buffer rune. And what we have next here is the Earth Spray. Now, what this one does, which I thought is very cool, it has a really, really cool animation. I'll show you guys in a sec. I don't want to spoil it, but we have our rune right here on the ground, and there's a lot of sacrifices for this one. I think we need 16 redstone dust, so let's just go ahead and place that into our inventory right here. 16, and then we need 16 dirt, along with 16 pieces of sand. So let's just go ahead and pull all of this stuff out right here. And 16 dirt, and pretty much what this does is has these floating blocks around you, which I thought is so cool because I've never actually seen a mod that does this. So I'm gonna go ahead and activate this for you guys right here. So we have our floating blocks around us, and they protect you from any mob that gets near you. So say you're going into a cave, you activate this obelisk, you press shift, and they come around you, and look at that, we're stuck in the glass so no mobs can reach you. And then once you take your hand off shift, the blocks will go away, and you guys will be free to roam wherever you want, and they actually follow you around, which I thought was so cool. And when you go ahead and turn off the obelisk, the glass actually falls to the ground, which I thought was very nice, rather than them just going away into nowhere. So we're just going to go ahead and do it one last time. There we go. Very, very cool. Turn it off, the glass falls to the ground, and you guys can collect it, do whatever you want with it. Alright, so our last but not least rune here is the Fire Sprite rune. Now what this one does is pretty much protects you from mobs, also like the buffer, except this one kind of moves with you when you walk. So I'm going to go ahead and place this down. You don't need anything to sacrifice. Actually, now that I remember, you need 2 pieces of charcoal and 2 pieces of netherrack as well. And really what this does is puts a little flame above your head, and whatever mob that gets near you gets lit on fire. So this is just so cool. If you're in a, like a little ravine and you see a skeleton, you get near them. If you have this obelisk, attached to you or activated, it will light the mob on fire. So let's just go ahead and try this out. You can see we have a cool little entity floating above our head. Let's go ahead and go into my NPC village here. We're going to test this out with some villagers, see if they get lit on fire. So can we find ourselves some villagers? Is that a creeper? Alright, here's a villager. We're going to go ahead and get near him. We're going to see, and there we go. He lights on fire. This is just very, very cool. If you guys like animations, like particle effects, if you like, having these cool little effects in your Minecraft world, I would highly recommend checking out this mod. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up the mod review for today, guys. So like always, I'll have a link to this mod in the description. I would appreciate it if you guys took half a second to leave a rating. Other than that, guys, this has been Chaz with the Dust mod, and I will talk to you guys later.